We got how Michael Jordan's son got away with sneaker fraud. Oh my gosh. That goddamn MJ, man. Now look, I understand why he would do this. Before I even watched the video, I understand why he would do this. Because the nigga was sorry as shit in basketball. The nigga wasn't hooping at all. I don't even know if we ever even heard of Michael Jordan's son doing nothing when it came to basketball. He wasn't shit like his dad. So I understand. You hear me? But we finna check it out. He said his son got away with sneaker fraud. Let's check it out. Here we go.
This was set to be one of the biggest Jordan releases of all time.
Now, mind y'all, real quick, I ain't gonna keep pausing it. But if I do keep pausing it, what you gonna do, bro? But I used to sell shoes. I used to be a sneaker reseller, so like I'm familiar with the shoe game and how the shit work. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan 1 trophy room.
Yeah, I remember them.
Jordan 1's trophy room, Air Jordan 1, Marcus Jordan's trophy room.
And it's not because of bots or Nike's broken.
Because he backdoored all the pairs.
Because of Michael Jordan's own son, Marcus Jordan. This is the story of how Michael Jordan's son betrayed sneaker culture.
So, bro, from my understanding, what happened with this shit, they had hella pairs, right? But the nigga, Michael Jordan's son, backdoored all the pairs. What backdoor mean is he sold all the pairs before they could actually release, which you're not supposed to be doing. But you know, niggas don't really get no fuck, bro.
So, for those of you who don't know, Marcus Jordan is the second son of Michael Jordan. He played college basketball at UCF, but unlike his father, he never made it to the NBA. Marcus decided to carve his own lane in the sneaker world instead when he launched his boutique Trophy Room in 2016. And Trophy Room wasn't just another regular sneaker boutique. It was an inclusive space that was positioned as a legendary project. And when it came to collaborations, Nike and Jordan Brand pretty much gave Marcus the access that nobody else had.
Bro, them hoes so ass. If I catch any of y'all niggas wearing any Jordans above 14, ass. Maybe 15. Maybe you can get away with a 15. Maybe. But bro, what is this bullshit right here? This is bullshit, bro. This is not the move, bro. If I see any of y'all wearing these, bro, I'ma walk up to you and I'ma just smack the hell out of your shoes. Cause what are you wearing? You got bullshit on your feet.
Air Jordan 17s.
You see what I'm saying, bro? What is this? No, them hoes actually kind of. What y'all think about these? They look pretty ass to me.
And in my personal favorite, the Trophy Room Air Jordan 5, each pair was extremely hyped and very, very limited.
Damn, he got the OGs. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I used to be a sneakerhead, but now I really don't give a fuck about shoes that much. So it's like, when I see these shoes, it just look like a bunch of old ass bullshit to me. Like, you can't even wear them shoes. I guess they good for like collecting them and shit, but I don't know, man.
But this was a sneaker that started it all for Michael Jordan. This was the first sneaker that Michael Jordan ever released.
Michael Jordan went dumb in them shoes, though.
Everyone from longtime sneakerheads to the casual sneaker collectors, everybody wanted this pair. For example, an exclusive Travis Scott sneaker like this had over 150,000 pairs released, and the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found had over 500,000 pairs released worldwide. So with these being extremely limited, people started to get worried. And Marcus Jordan himself had to come out on these interviews and on Twitter and say that like, oh, those sneakers were fake. They were stolen from the Nike factory. Like, we haven't even got them yet.
Bro, we know you backdooring the shoes, bro. We know. Because there's no way all these niggas got all these pairs early unless you sold them to them. And you're not supposed to do that,
those sneakers were fake. They were stolen from the Nike factory. Like, we haven't even got them yet. He was just making up multiple excuses as to why these sneakers are out there. But he stated himself that he had not got his hands on any of these pairs yet, so they have to be fake. But most of these were selling on StockX, which had authentication. So who's to blame? And people were legitimately bragging about these pairs that they locked in before they even came out. And that's when sneaker forums exploded and everybody knew something was off. How could resellers have this many pairs months before they come out? And the answer was pointed directly at Marcus Jordan. And when it came time for this anticipated release that everybody was super hyped up for, literally nobody got these pairs for retail. As a matter of fact, on the Trophy Room website, the only place that you could get in the raffle to get this pair of sneakers,
it was already gone.
Enter a raffle to get a chance at getting these. But whenever people entered the raffle, sneakerheads were hit with this email that said that the inbox was full. Yes, for the most anticipated release of probably the decade, you're telling me the email address where you're supposed to submit your raffle entry for a chance to buy these sneakers was full.
You know Jordan a gambler, bro. running the family.
Jordan Brand gets millions of entries when it comes to these hype sneakers. So why is it different this time? On top of this, when it came to dropping on the Nike app, the sneakers app, they didn't release to the general public. They were only released via exclusive access to people that were located in certain areas.
And that's really why I stopped selling shoes, bro, because it's just so much bullshit that come with it, bro. Like, nigga can't even really make no real money off that shit, bro, because niggas just backdooring the pairs and you trying to sell another nigga shoes and you gotta compete on the price, and you feel me? Like, it's just, man.
Meaning that you had to live in a certain area for them to message you at a chance to get these. But there was rumors that there was only about 200 pairs that were available on the Nike website. So what happened to the other 11,800 pairs? Well, this is when the allegations started flooding in.
Because guess what? I tried to get them too. Yeah, Marcus, yeah. Nigga, I tried to get them too, and I couldn't get them. My feelings was hurt. Now I know I couldn't at the time. I probably wouldn't finna, come in that bitch and buy 3.3 to 7K pairs like Ben Kicks, but nigga, I could have bought at least 4 or 5 of them. Well, hey,
pairs straight to the hands of resellers. And for retail buyers, the release was like a ghost drop. Nobody could even have a chance to get them. It basically never even happened. And after reviewing some forums and also interviews that I found, this is what some resellers allegedly are claiming, but that they got in contact with Marcus Jordan and they were assigned to fly to Miami with hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash. Yes, only cash. This one reseller claimed that he paid around $1,400 per pair, which I want to address this. A lot of people think,
get the fuck out of here, bro. You're not paying $1,400. Well, he might have. He might. That shit gotta be capped.
That these resellers were getting them for retail, and that's just not true. You see, at the time, these sneakers were reselling for $1,800 to around $2,200, and the retail on these were $190. And Marcus Jordan didn't make the whole $190 per pair when he was selling them. Let's say he made $190 per pair, which is not true, but let's just use that for an example. If he sold all 12,000 pairs, that'd be a little over $2 million. But selling them for around $1,400 per pair would get him around $16 to $17 million. Now, like I said, this is just hypothetical, and I use these numbers just so it's a little bit easier to explain. And resellers would buy these for $1,400 and then sell them for $1,800 or $2,000 a pair. And when you're buying hundreds, if not thousands of pairs, that money adds up quick.
Okay, now when you put it like that, I understand why he did it. Is it right? No. But I understand it because look at the money, bro. Everything is about the money. It's all about the money. Money. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, would I have done this? I don't know. Because it's my fucking shoe. If I want to sell it to the resellers, I might do that. It's my shoe. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's also not his shoe though, because it's his daddy's shoe. So it's tough. See what I'm saying?
Made the scandal the absolute worst was the timing. You see, in 2020 and 2021, Nike and Jordan Brand were going to extreme lengths to fight bots and resellers. They introduced raffles to pretty much all of their sneaker releases. They had sneakers app updates pretty much every week to fight against resellers. They had anti-bot technology that they worked on every single month. You couldn't even have more than one Nike account, or your account would be at risk of being banned, because if you got your hands on more than one pair, they would block your account.
None of that shit worked, bro.
All in the name of giving real customers a fair shot at buying these for retail.
Let me give y'all some real game though on the shoes and shit. If it wasn't for resellers, nobody would even want the fucking shoes anyway. They will be sitting on the shelves. Resellers is what makes the shoe market what it is. Honestly, let's keep it a buck. Like bro.
Account. And this was all in the name of giving, and because
they doing all these guidelines and shit, but it's like without the resellers buying up all the stock, nobody would want this shit, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, they need to be thanking the resellers, honestly. Like, because niggas used to get mad at me for selling shoes. I'm like, nigga, how you mad at me? Because I'm buying the shoes from the store that yo bitch ass didn't want to go up there and buy them. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense, bro.
More than one pair, they would block your account. And this was all in the name of giving real customers a fair shot at buying these for retail. But Michael Jordan's own son went against everything that the brand stood for. It wasn't bots, it wasn't hackers, it wasn't random warehouse leaks. It was a man with the family name, allegedly selling thousands of these pairs to resellers behind closed closed doors, and he would have never been caught if it wasn't for the resellers flexing these pairs online. Because with only 12,000 pairs dropping, you wouldn't be too surprised if you didn't get a chance to get them. But that raises the bigger question. How many times has this happened before without us knowing? How many releases were already decided before they hit the sneakers out?
All of them, bro.
Off-White website or the Travis Scott website. When the backlash hit, Marcus went on multiple podcasts and interviews to try to clear his name and deny all these allegations. And this was after the drop when we saw him for the first time in interviews. He claimed that the early pairs floating around were stolen from the Nike website or stolen from trains, or that they were just flat out fake and he had no idea. He brushed off all the allegations and called them pretty much conspiracies. On Twitter, he snapped back at sneakerheads saying, "Y'all are so annoying with this. It's all cap." But literally nobody was buying it. And you can even see in some of these podcast clips, the people interviewing him don't believe it, and neither did the rest of the world. The pictures were undeniable, and the resellers admitted themselves that they paid Marcus Jordan in person with this cash. And the fact that nobody could touch a pair for retail told the story better than Marcus ever could. The trophy room.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Marcus, I would have got on that bitch and been like, "Yeah, nigga, I backdoored him. So what? Now what you gonna do? The truth will set you free, bro."
Jordan 1 soon became one of the most infamous sneakers in hype.
I am not lying.
And the resale prices at the time were over $2,000 to $3,000. But the sneaker itself wasn't remembered just for its design, but for the corruption that happened around this release. And Marcus Jordan's reputation in the sneaker culture was permanently damaged. Even today, years later, when Trophy Room is ever mentioned, sneakerheads bring up this whole backdoor scandal, and they say that it was one of the biggest betrayals in all of sneaker culture.
Yeah, that's tough, bro.
The day that sneaker culture realized that there was corruption, and this corruption wasn't just in the hands of bots or resellers, this corruption was happening from the very top. Because the biggest backdoor in sneaker history did not come from thieves or bots. It came from the man who built sneaker culture himself's son. And if resellers didn't ruin this by pictures online, we may have never known.
Let me know what y'all think about this shit, bro.
Up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed.
What y'all think about this video, bro? Niggas be getting greedy, but I understand the greed. At the same time, I'm not mad at it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. You see what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think down below, man. It's your boy Prophet. I'm see y'all niggas in the next video, man. Here we go.